From the Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium in Annapolis, Maryland, this is TarHeelIllustrated.com. I'm THI staff writer Jacob Cerner, and alongside me, as he always is, THI publisher Andrew Jones. And Andrew, about an hour, maybe an hour and a half ago, saw Carolina on this field win the Military Bowl, 55-13. Complete performance from Carolina today. I think this is the most complete game we've seen the Tar Heels play all season. I think we saw glimpses of how good this team could be against Mercer, against State, but to come out here and do it against an opponent that, if you look at their record, Temple, the losses they had this season, they hadn't lost to a bad team all year. I mean, a lot of these losses, they come to really good teams. They beat Memphis, giving Memphis their only loss of the season. This Temple team was good, but Carolina came out here and they looked as good as we've seen this program in a long time.
Really good pass rush by Temple. They're one of the top leaders in the nation in sacks. Sam was not sacked.
Really good defense now.
A couple times. Even when he ran the ball, he went out of bounds. They weren't anywhere near him. No punts.
Nope, no punts, which is crazy.
So no sacks, no punts. Those are the bookends. You fill everything in between. Defensive touchdown, Sam Howell receiving touchdown, 3 guys hit 1,000 yards. They completely dominated this team. And I think one of the key stretches was in the first quarter when Carolina went up 7-0. Temple got the ball back, moved it a little bit, but Carolina helped them with 3 15-yard penalties. They had a hold and 2 pass interferences. Moved Temple right down the field. They got a big sack by Don Chapman, forced Temple to kick a field goal, and they missed. And the defense, after being as benevolent as you could basically be without just saying "Olay" and go score, they got off the field. I don't think Temple was the same team after that. I think Carolina got an extra skip in their step after that, and from that point on, they simply dominated every element of this game. And you know, when the kids are celebrating over here with the turnover chain, especially after scoring a touchdown, that's the first time this team had scored a defensive touchdown since Malik Carney against Georgia Tech last year.
Crazy.
So all these different things that they've talked about coming together, and Mac Brown saying throughout the month of October, we're close, and they keep losing close games. You kind of wonder, okay, they're close, but they're close enough to what? Well, we saw. And they attributed so much of that to the week before the Mercer game. Leading up to it was a week that a lot of teams in their situation don't prepare well. They don't focus that well. They don't take Mercer that seriously. And this team learned its lessons against Wake and App State. They took Mercer seriously, they took themselves seriously, and they understood that learning to prepare is about yourself. It's about getting better every week. And when they did that, that was just like the next stage, the next level of becoming who you want to become. And in 3 games since that week's of preparation, they've outscored Mercer at NC State and here against Temple 152-30. That is awesome, and today was at its peak of awesome for this team. They were actually a very good football team today.
Another awesome part of this offense in particular is you got 3 1,000-yard guys. You got De'Ami Brown, Daz Newsome, and Michael Carter all getting over that mark. And AJ, it's been a long time. I can't remember the last 1,000-yard receiver that Carolina had. Have they ever had a 1,000-yard receiver?
Yeah, they have.
It's been a while.
They never had 2 in the same season.
Yeah, not 2 in the same season, but it's been a while since Carolina's got to that mark. And then you add Michael Carter gets in there. Javonte's not far away either.
Yeah.
I mean, this offense right now, first year under Phil Longo, clicking on all cylinders. All those guys are coming back. We just talked to Michael Carter, and somebody asked him, you know, you going to entertain the thought of going to the NFL? And he said, no, I'm coming back. So looks like all 3 of these guys are coming back next year. And you know, Carolina's offense going forward is going to be scary, but just to have those 3 guys this season get over the 1,000-yard mark, I think it says a lot about where this offense can go in the future.
At the end of a season, you look for different types of things in your postscript of the season that kind of reflects on what actually happened, because it's no longer, well, they're only 6 games in, so let's see what happens.
Exactly.
They've got 13 in, and 3 guys hit the 1,000-yard mark. All of them did it in the second half today. Daz did it with a great touchdown catch, because that's what Daz does now. De'Ami did it with a fantastic catch leading to a touchdown. And then Michael Carter got it, which I think is interesting, because I asked Mac before the NC State game about milestones and how important it is to him if players get those things, because you can promote it. When he was the coach in North Carolina in the 1990s, they turned out 1,000-yard rushers like it was their birthright, and it was a thing that they promoted. You know, great defenses, 1,000-yard rushers, we win games. That's kind of what they said. And to be able to promote that stuff shows that things are clicking. So we asked him yesterday, and what I asked back in November, he said, no, we don't focus on that for guys. But yesterday over in D.C. at the hotel, he did say, unless the game is in hand and we have an opportunity to kind of focus on getting a guy who's really close. Well, they did that with Michael Carter. He ran the ball 10 out of 11 times on that possession, got the mark, came out, and Antonio Williams, the senior, got a chance to dive over the top and got the final touchdown of the game. So the numbers are important if everything else is taken care of first. They took care of everything else first.
Absolutely.
They got 2,000-yard receivers, a 1,000-yard rusher. Javonte went over 900 yards. These are phenomenal things that you can use to build the program in the offseason as far as the reputation goes, as far as giving us storylines to write about and talk about. It's also something that you pitch to recruits. Come to this offense, 1,000-yard receiver. No, we got 2, and then Bo Corrales with a big game. I think he ended up with close to 700 yards.
Yeah,
or something
had
like
a good
that.
season too. Yeah.
Prolific numbers matter to kids on the recruiting trail, so they'll use this to their advantage.
Absolutely. And AJ, it's kind of crazy to think that Matt came in late November of 2018. It's only been a little bit over a year. But, when Matt came in, he made a promise to this team. He didn't make a promise to the program. He made a promise to this team that he was going to get them where they wanted to go. Not this year. I mean, not in the future, but this year. He made a promise to these seniors that he wanted to get them to a bowl game and make that happen. And to see just how quickly, not only he's helped turn this program around, finishing 7-6, winning a bowl game for the first time since 2013. Not only that, but just seeing the mood of the players after and the way they've connected with him. They've connected with Sally, his wife, and as much as he talks about him. It's been crazy to see the flip from me. I mean, I came in last November, got to cover a little bit of Fedora and didn't get to see much compared to what you did. But for me personally, just seeing the flip of how much the vibe in the program's changed, the attitude, the enjoyment, the smile on the players' faces. Matt came in and made a promise to these guys. He delivered, and I think we finally saw kind of the guys reaping the benefits of their hard work and dedication they put in this season.
The promise was, if you guys do A, B, C, and D, do what we say, this will happen.
Yeah.
He told the players, don't make postseason plans because you'll be in the postseason. He told the seniors, you're going to go out experiencing something you didn't do as sophomores and juniors, and they delivered. And in talking to the guys about how cool it is, and here's a guy came in exactly 13 months ago today. It was November 27th when he was hired. The next day was his presser, and then he met the kids, and he's telling, these are guys that were down in the dumps. For all the positive things that Larry Fedora did in the program, it was kind of going off the rails a little bit emotionally at the end of his tenure. And Matt came in and just started making them feel good about themselves, from the cosmetic things they did inside that building to the way that they built these guys up, the way they taught them. Each guy individually improved, and they improved as a group, which we saw the result of today.
Absolutely.
And what this meant to the kids was just more belief, more belief, and more belief. And then they knew in October that they had to learn how to prepare better, which I alluded to a few minutes ago, and they did that. That was the next step. The switch flipped. We saw what happened in the last 3 games. We saw these kids today, as excited and happy as they were, wearing these championship.
Absolutely.
I know it's the military bowl, and they have championship hats, which is some people may say it's kind of silly, but don't tell that to these kids.
No, absolutely.
They achieved something huge today. This program under Mac Brown will probably go on to achieve much bigger things. And 5 years from now, if they win the military bowl, it may not be that big a deal.
Yeah.
But it is right now because it's the next step. And to think of the number of steps these kids have climbed since Mac Brown took over, you'd think that they're going up to like they're climbing the pyramid or something like that. I mean, it's an amazing, it's an amazing thing that these guys have done. They've been scaling all kinds of stuff, and I think it's really cool to see them actually look back now and reflect, now that it's over, that wow, this really did happen. This guy delivered, but they delivered too. It goes hand in hand, and Mac will be the first one to tell you. The coach could only do so much, but the players had to do it too. They totally bought in, and that's where this program is, and we'll hit on that in another video cast that we do about where the program is moving forward. But they couldn't have experienced a better last 3 games. Like I said, 152-30. That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be fun to, not only fun to cover, but fun to watch where this program goes. A helicopter flies. It was only a matter of time before we got some sound interference in here, but
it happens every time.
Yeah, exactly. You can't avoid it. But
my voice.
Yeah, true. Yeah, as much traveling as you've been doing, but PhotographyIllustrated.com. That's who we've been. This is Andrew Jones. I've been Jacob Turner in Annapolis, Maryland. Carolina coming out on top in the Military Bowl, and it'll be fun to watch this program in the future and just see how things continue to develop. But thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.